YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel web for all things geeky and cool, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. And I'm really excited to talk about this particular product. It's something brand new that I just got my hands on a few weeks ago, and it's a part of a Kickstarter program that came out at the end of March of this year of 2021 for a company called Sundial Games. You may not be familiar with them. I wasn't myself. I stumbled across this product on Facebook at the beginning of the year, and I said, you know what, I want to get involved in this thing. So what is this thing all about? It's what they call their quest calendar. This happens to be the 2022 Gates of Terralon quest calendar. It's an adventure desktop calendar by a guy named Thomas Bedrin, who's I think the president of the company of Sundial Games. And so you guys know, complete transparency, I am not sponsored by Sundial Games. It's just a thing I wanted to talk about on YouTube because no one really talked about this product. And I said, you know what, for people who are interested in role-playing games or want to get involved in role-playing games that maybe don't have access to a gaming group, they've never tried it before, they're too scared, this might be your gateway into role-playing itself because it has really streamline-based rules. They're very easy to understand and manage and digest, kind of boiled down into a pint-sized desktop calendar, which is what this is all about. And I pledged what they call the hero level. At the hero level, I think it was $34 for everything that I'll be talking about shortly. One of the things you get at the low tier level, or if you pledge, you get a PDF version of this quest calendar, which is basically a PDF file of everything basically inside this particular desktop calendar that you can cut out and put together yourself. If you want to go really, really cheap, don't have a lot of money to spend on this product, this is something you could do. At the low tier levels, or even inside this one, you get the PDF document. But the real meat and potatoes is the quest calendar itself, the Gates of Terralon, which is what this thing is right here. It is the 2022 version. Gates of Terralon. It's a single player experience. And it's everything that's inside a D&D-like experience boiled down to this formula. And they basically took 5th edition and homebrewed the rules down for Dungeons and Dragons and made it work for their world. And it's really cool what they've done. You can pause if you want to read about the background of what this is all about. You can. Full color artwork here. You have your characters and you have really good art in this calendar. Let's take a look at it here. I'll showcase off the other items shortly. But when you get it, you get your basic calendar. It is a basic desktop calendar. You can just pop the back out here and you would see your calendar. Very much like that. So you would basically just turn it day by day to see everything inside the calendar. And it's really cool what they've done here. As you'll see what I'm talking about here. You have all your rules. They talk about the dice. It has D&D or role-playing like dice. We'll talk about the dice shortly here. This is all the dice you will need to play the game. So if you're looking for, as I mentioned, you're new to D&D, you're new to role-playing, you want to get involved in it, but you don't know where to start, this could be a breakthrough for you, or get involved in that sort of genre if you don't know what to experience or how to experience role-playing games, or if you don't have access to a group, this could be a way to scratch that itch to get involved. The price point for just the calendar itself, I didn't showcase it off, is $25 for just this calendar. If you wanted to buy it separately, I believe it's $25. So all the rules are baked here. You have it on front and back. They talk about dealing with death, all that sort of stuff. You have your equipment sheet right here, which is really cool. You mark off what you have for gear. You have, this is done on 2 pages. I'll talk about a better way to view this in the Hero Pledge, which is what I have, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get involved in the Heroes Pledge. And they talk about here, Welcome Adventures, talks about how the game begins. Now this is done Monday through Friday as single days, and Saturday and Sunday are combined into one day. So you have a full year's worth of questing, just not 365 days for questing. So they put together the weekends into one day. So instead of doing 7 days, you quest for 6 days. That's the idea here. So you start with this character here, Commander Royce Barrington, and he has his own character sheet, so I'll kind of spin it around this way so you can see what it looks like. You have your own set of stats. They decided to do alignment as this kind of graph here, this line where you move across this virtue grid, or not grid, but a virtue line here, really good here, really bad here. I'm assuming is what they would have. No, the other way. This is more evil on the left, more good on the right. So that's how it would work there. You start as 0 or neutral. You have different abilities and different hit points. You have your defense, your attack modifiers, your damage, and all your abilities that you have here. And your character in this version at the beginning here, the prologue, you only play this guy through the beginning portions of the game. Eventually it's going to want you to transition to a new character, so you can play one, I think, of 5 or 6 different characters, or you can make your own character, which is very cool. So they give you some story right here. They give you, again, you do everything per day, and you go to the next day. And you travel like you normally do in a D&D campaign. You meet up with different events. You meet up with all sorts of stuff here. You have, different things would happen to you as you progress through the game. And the prior day's events happen here. So this day's events here, we do attacking or when you fight, would be here. Is what it tells you to do. So you have to keep the prior day's information. So it'll tell you what to do for that event. Combat doesn't work the same way as Dungeons and Dragons. You only have one round to do things. So you fight something here 4 times. You don't keep going back and forth until either you die or the opponent dies. You just go through here and you resolve it based on the results here. So in this case, this is what you would have done here for these rolls. So it tells you what you need to do, how much damage you would take, etc. Very cool idea what they've done here. So this is, again, the quest calendar. Very cool idea. If you're interested in this product, I highly recommend it. Now, the hero level came with some really cool goodies. The first thing is first, you get 2 dry erase markers, both blue and red. You get this nice little bag here. It says Sundial Games, and you get these itty-bitty, teeny, tiny, itty-bitty dice. These are real D&D dice that you normally get, but they're super, super small. As you can see here, they're very, very tiny. I don't know if I'm going to use these dice, but I do have these dice to use for the game. If I want to play with these dice, I absolutely can. So it's very, very cool that they've given us a set of dice with this pledge level of $34. Again, the link I'm going to put into the description of this video will have a link to get this particular set that you see here that I'm talking about for these dice as well. But the real key piece that I really wanted was this right here, the Quest Calendar Hero Book Companion for the Gates of Terralon. This is why I wanted to pledge at the hero level. As you saw, there was information baked into the quest calendar here. All the rules are linked to this pamphlet. This spiral-bound notebook here has all those rules. You have your equipment here, right here. You have your inventory right here. Everything you saw on those quest calendar sheets is booked in right here, and you can use your dry erase marker to mark what you have. That's why I wanted this particular spiral-bound book. I thought the book would have been bigger, but I'm really happy at the small condensed size you have. Again, you have your character you can create right here. You can make your own guy. Again, with the strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, your virtue line here, which is, again, as we just noticed, good's over here, bad is over here. And you have your stats, and you build your own character if you wanted to. They do give you characters that you can play with, like this guy right here, the Machine Artificer, syntax 12B047-2, and you have a little story write-up for the character right here. So he looks really cool, great artwork, and what they do with their characters is this. When you start playing the game, you'll have your level 1 version of him right here. You have all his stats, all his information, and this is, you have his abilities right here. When you level up, and they'll tell you in the quest calendar when you level up, you go to your level 2 version. Your strength and dex could have changed. You could have found things in the game that have changed your ability scores that were here. Your pluses and minuses could now be different. Hence the reason why you write in with your dry erase markers, your blue and your red right here. This is the reason why you write here, so you can erase it if you need to. Your abilities have now changed here. You get new abilities here. You get more defense, more health, etc., more damage. You go up to level, in this case, you can go to level 3. When you level up again, as you go through this particular campaign, your character will go stronger. Now, once you've picked your character, you're linked in him for a year. You're going to be, or if you go back and start playing again, you'll be playing this guy for a full year. So he will level up. He will get new abilities. He will change and grow like a normal D&D character would. This is level 4's version of syntax. And then you have 5 over here on this side and 6. Over here. And this is the syntax character. If you don't want to play the syntax character, you can play somebody else. So you have a knight, a different character, not the same knight that you saw in the beginning. This is Sir Gareth Stallworth. He's a human, rather not knight, he's a human cleric. So if you want to play a priest, you absolutely can. He doesn't look like a priest from this artwork, but he's actually a priest. So if you want to play that particular character, the Sir Gareth Stallworth, you absolutely can. So very cool idea here. Again, he's level 1. Up to level 5, or rather, excuse me, level 6. If you want to play a Draken Elementalist, that's something you can do as well. So basically like your Dragonborn Sorcerer for your D&Ds, or your Warlocks possibly is what this might be. Again, the character grows and levels up. And if you keep scrolling through, we get to the next character. So if, let's say you're more in a monk mood, you have a feline monk right here as another character. These are all unique to this game. These are not D&D-like characters as far as what I've seen, but they are in their own little world. So it's very cool what they've done here. If you want to play an avian necromancer, you got this guy right here. And I think might be one more. Yeah, there's one more after this, which is one I might play myself. I haven't decided yet, but it looks very cool. You've got your half demon, which would be like your tiefling if you want to play 5th edition, which is your tiefling, half demon swashbuckler, which seems really cool to play. That might be the one I'm going to go with right here. Possibly, I'm not quite sure, but this is one I may go with. I'm thinking about this as the character I'm playing. I'm either going to play this character or maybe the Syntax character, which I just showcased off to you guys, would be the one I'm going to be playing. Because looking at the Syntax character, you can do things with potions, and you can sell things off, and you can make your own equipment and make your own gear, which sounds really, really cool as well. So that's quest calendar there. Here is again the quest calendar itself. So I'm going to put all the items into the shot here. I'm going to pull back a little bit so you can see all the items that you get for the hero level pledge. You get all this stuff here for hero level and the PDF, which I talked about earlier. So you get all this stuff here for your for my $34, and it was worth it to me. This to me was a really good investment. I really wanted to make this thing a cool project that I wanted to be involved in. They could spend a lot more money. You could get in a dice tower. You can get a scroll that rolls up, which would contain, I guess your information would hold it for you. There might be even maps that are part of this campaign that are part of inside this that you could roll up inside this as well, which is a really cool idea, but something I really didn't want to get my hands involved in. I thought this would be the avenue I wanted to go to, and for $34 to me it was no-brainer. I wanted to play sort of a role-playing game experience again because I don't have involved in a game group myself personally as far as Rook goes, but I said, you know what, for 5 minutes a day, why not? You get these cute little dice. I mean, come on, these things are so adorable. They're itty-bitty little dice. Look at that. Hopefully the camera can even focus on it. These are real D&D dice, guys. Look at the four-sider. It's itty-bitty. So again, I think it's a really cool idea they've done with the quest calendar here. I highly recommend it. If you want a cool D&D-like experience, but don't have a group to play with, this might be up your alley. So I hope you do maybe get involved in this Sundial game product. It's very, very cool. They're probably going to make one for next year as well, for 2023, going from 2022 to 2023, rather, the following year. Because this is, again, the Gates of Terralon. This is not their 2021 campaign. You can't go from 2021 into 2022. If you played the old one, you have to make a new character for what it looks like. But all things considered, I highly recommend this product. If you want, again, a D&D or role-playing-like experience baked into a calendar for just a few minutes of your day, I highly recommend this product. And I do hope you like this video. Definitely give it a like at the bottom of the page and click the all-important subscribe button, which picture my face. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified when I latest videos. Of course, last but not least, you can click Windows over here and here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video, and bye-bye.